Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to show you guys a little bit of the ins and outs of finding a vendor for private labeling your lashes. So if you want to see how I did it myself, then just keep on watching. So a website that I like to use in order to find a vendor for lashes, or if I were to look to private label other items, would be Alibaba. Now, this website has a ton of different vendors and stuff that you can use. So what you're gonna wanna do is try to find like the most trustworthy one, or someone that has a lot of reviews and stuff on their website. So you can kind of like, if you find a vendor that you like and you think you might like their products, what I would do is I would go under their Facebook page and just kind of skim through the reviews, get a feel for what the vendors actually like as a company, and then go on their website, make sure everything aligns and there's no like weird stuff going on, and then maybe their Instagram. Some of them might have YouTube channels as well. You really just want to make sure that you do your research on the actual vendor before you like make a large commitment, like ordering a ton of stock from them and then it not being what you want it to be. Another thing that you're going to want to look for when you find a vendor that you're interested in is making sure that they have samples. Now, you'll probably have to pay for samples, which is completely fine. It's better to pay for samples than just order a large quantity of things and receive it and it's just like absolute shit, like, and you can't use it for your business, and then you're out like thousands of dollars. Once you find a vendor and you are like good with the samples, a lot of them actually use WhatsApp in order to communicate and stuff with you. You want to find a vendor that is really good at responding, and a lot of the times overseas they are going to have like a completely different time zone, which is fine, but you want to make sure that they're still responding in a timely manner. You don't want to have like business questions or anything, or like have already paid them for your purchases and then they just stop answering you. So for me, communication, especially when it's somewhere like overseas, is so important. So going back to samples and everything, once you get the samples, I would probably test them out myself and make sure that the quality and everything is good. I would ask, is it something that I would use myself or purchase myself? Because if it's not and it's low quality, myself, like, I wouldn't be able to sell something to someone that it wasn't quality and something that I would use myself. There's a lot of people that will like drop ship and stuff and like have businesses just for like the money side of things, but like personally, it's a lot easier for me to suggest something that or recommend something that I actually use. So I would only sell stuff that like I would use myself. Another thing that I looked for when I was doing my lashes is, some vendors, they actually don't do their design in-house. You have to go out and find the boxes and someone else to design your boxes and stuff for you. For me, that's like a whole other like headache and stuff, and then like more importing fees that you would have to pay to get like 2 separate boxes and stuff sent to you. So what I looked for when I was starting my own business was, do they have an in-house design team? And do they have the boxes there? Because there could be a chance where you get like that little plastic, here, I'll show you. My boxes and everything were designed in-house by the same people that sell my lashes. I would show you the lashes, but they're already on my eyes. So when it comes on this part, if you order a box from another brand and you didn't, for whatever reason, get the right measurements or like haven't seen it in person, you're gonna get this part and like get the boxes and they're not gonna fit in there. And when I get my shipments, like it already comes in the box is closed, and it comes in like the plastic wrapping, which is perfect because you literally just don't have to do anything. It's already set and done for you. Like, don't make this harder for yourself than it needs to be. Also, there's usually a separate fee for design, for box designs and stuff, or sorry, whatever. A lot of the vendors and stuff will have something called an MOQ, and what an MOQ means is that it's a minimum order quantity. So that's the like smallest amount that you can purchase at once. An example would be if I wanted 50 lashes and their minimum order quantity for boxes is 100, I'm gonna have to get 100 boxes and 100 pairs of lashes total. I can't just order 50 of them. So keep that in mind too, especially if you just want to get a small batch of items. You're going to want to make sure that that company is willing to do that small of a batch. If you're planning on creating this business for a long term, you're going to want to also find out and make sure that they can handle, like, say your business grows and you're shipping things all over the world and you're doing wholesale deals with other brands and you're doing like wholesale deals, you're gonna wanna make sure that the company can also handle the volume. So on their websites, under each profile in Alibaba, it'll show you how many of that item that they can actually produce and are able to sell you. And I know a lot of you are gonna be like doing small businesses and stuff that are watching this, but I also want you to keep that in mind, especially if you're considering expanding down the road. I know it doesn't matter right now, but in like a few years, it could affect your business, and I just don't want you to see like you're growing and growing and then you want to start doing wholesale, but then you hit a plateau because you physically just cannot get the product from that vendor and then you'd have to look at sourcing another vendor and whatever. Those are a couple of the tips that I have in order to show you guys what kind of like first steps and everything you can start doing. What I would do is just take note of everything that I listed there and kind of just like make your own notes, and hopefully this really helps you guys a little bit. If you guys have any other questions or anything regarding like starting your own lash business or like cosmetic business, please drop them below. I'm not a professional or anything, but there has been a lot of questions that you guys have been sending me, so I thought I would help you out a little bit and help you find those actual first steps and like start looking for stuff to like begin your brand. I'd love to help you guys out with what I can. So yeah, if you have any questions or anything, please feel free to reach out to me. I'd love to help you out. All right, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.